Greetings in the name of the Most High, Jah, RASTAFARI. Blessed Sabbath, and as we sit down for another moment of reasoning, I want to take a silence of a second because of the happenings that have been happening in my own homeland. Say Shalom to the land of Kenya, and may the Lord of Justice prevail for the nation of Kenya. And before we get to our reasoning today, this is a prayer of love, my fellow Kenyans, to pray with. Psalms 102, and the Lord is going to deliver us from all these conflicts and afflictions that we are facing in this moment. Let's read Psalms 102. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and let my cry come to you. Do not hide your face from me in the day of my trouble. Incline your ear to me in the day that I call. Answer me speedily. For my days are consumed like smoke, and my bones are burnt like a heath. So that I forget to eat, my heart is stricken and withered like grass. So that I forget to eat my bread. Because of the sound of my groaning, my bones cling to my skin. I am like a pelican of the wilderness. I am like an owl of the desert. I lie awake and am like a sparrow alone on the housetop. My enemies reproach me all day long. Those who deride me swear an oath against me. For I have eaten ashes like bread, and mingled my drink with weeping. Because of your ignitions and your wrath, for you have lifted me up and cast me away. My days are like a shadow that lengthens, and I wither away like grass. But you, O Lord, shall endure forever, and the remembrance of your name to all generations. You will arise and have mercy on Zion. The time to favor her, yes, the set time has come. For your servants take pleasure in her stones, and show favor to her dust. So the nations shall fear the name of the Lord, and all the kings of the earth your glory. For the Lord shall build up Zion. He shall appeal in his glory. He shall regard the prayer of the destitute, and shall not despise their prayer. So there's a guarantee, Kenyans, your prayers will not be despised in the presence of the Most High. Thank you. Today, our reasoning is about the fig tree. We have various species of fig trees. They are the ones that are fruitful, they give the fruit to be eaten. But from where I come from, in many parts of that place where we come from, a fig tree has never given us fruit. But it's a sacred tree where it has been an altar for so many times ago. conversation today is positive controversy of the fig tree. And we're going to start reading from the book of, start with the book of Luke, chapter 13. Luke chapter 13, verse 6 to 9. He also spoke this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came seeking fruit of it and found none. Then he said to the keeper of his vineyard, "Look, for 3 years I have come seeking fruit on this fig tree and find none. Cut it down. Why does it use up the ground?" But he answered and said to him, "Sir, let it alone this year also, until I dig around it and fertilize it. And if it bears fruit, well, but if not, after that you can cut it down." Now he was teaching in one of the synagogues on the Sabbath. The book of Mark. So we have seen the fig tree. There's someone, the vine keeper is pleading with the owner not to cut it down because it has not been bearing fruits. And the owner requires fruits from it. We go to the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 15 to 21. Then he charged them, saying, "Take heed, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod." And they reasoned among themselves, saying, "It is because we have no bread." But Joshua, being aware of it, said to them, "Why do you reason because you have no bread? Do you not yet perceive nor understand? Is your heart still hardened? Having eyes, do you see? Do you not see? And having ears, do you not hear? And do you not remember when I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000? How many baskets full of fragments did you take up?" They said to him, 12. "Also, when I broke the 7 for the 4,000, how many large baskets full of fragments did you take up?" And they said, 7. So he said to them, "How is it you do not understand? How is it that you do not understand? It's not about the fruit. It's about the fig tree. It's symbolized as a nation. It's symbolized as an altar. The conversation we are having today is, I have been questioning myself. When these people, the writers of the gospel, it said that they were inspired men of God. But in some places, they belittle Joshua. I think at that moment, from my thinking, I think they were inspired by wine, or else we are not getting the real meaning behind this fig tree. This man is full of superpower. This man is the one who is feeding thousands of people with 5 loaves, 2 fishes. He's feeding. In fact, he paid his tax through a fish. And there's a time when his disciples had already gone to fish and they did not find no fish the whole night. But when they met together in the morning, he just told them, can you put your nets on your right side? And they had a catch that they had never had in their entire fishing activity. This man is still the same man that he had 40 nights and 40 days with no bread, no water. And when he was tempted, he was told, you have the ability to change the stones into bread. But he said, no, man shall not live on bread alone, but by the utterance of the Most High. O you fool, your soul is required this night. Let's go to Matthew chapter 21, and we get to the 21 from 17 to 22. This is where the conversation of the fig tree is. Then he left them and went out to the city. He went out of the city to Bethany. So he was in a city and he went outside of the city to Bethany. Bethany, is also another city, or maybe it's another village. We don't know. It's not written here. And he lodged there. So he spent his night in Bethany. Now in the morning, as he returned to the city, so where he spent his night, in that village, he was going back to the same city where he had left his disciples, or maybe he had gone with his disciples to the village where he spent his night. As he returned to the city, he was hungry. What does that tell you? You want to tell me this man, when he was in the city, people did not even have mercy over him? They couldn't give him even a piece of bread. Was it the reason why he left the city and went to Bethany? Question mark. And seeing a fig tree by the road, he came to it and found nothing on it but leaves, and said to it, let no fruit grow on you ever again. Immediately the fig tree withered away. Can this man be so angry because of a one night hunger and curse the fig tree? Is it really about the fruit to eat, or is it spiritual matters? Another question. And where he spent, he lodged in that night. Do you want to tell me the people hated him so much that they could not even give him a piece of bread to put into his stomach? This same man we have seen, he has shared tables with tax collectors. He has been in royal houses and he has eaten with them. This man has fed thousands of people. He has spent 40 days and nights. A one-day hunger among his people, among the people, makes him curse a fig tree because it did not bear fruit? Or was it not the season of the fig tree to give fruit? You want to tell me this man was blind? He didn't know about the seasons. He is the one who is used in creation. Let's continue. And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how did the fig tree wither away so soon? So Joshua answered and said to them, Assuredly, I say to you, if you have faith and do not doubt, you will not only do what was done to the fig tree, but also if you say to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, it will be done. And whatever things you ask in prayer, believing, you will receive. At that moment, where was his faith? He's telling his disciples, you can do greater things. Despite just seeing the fig tree withering, you can tell this mountain to move away to the sea, and it goes to the sea. Why couldn't that faith be practical in telling his hunger to go away from him? That's our reasoning. Man shall not live on bread alone, but by the utterance of the Most High. Oh, you fool, your soul will be required this night. So say this man. Positive controversy of the fig tree. When its branch has already become tender and put forth leaves, you know that summer is near. Words of the great keeper of his father vineyard. I did not come to destroy, but to amend and tender the fig tree to be fruitful. I did not come to be served, but to serve in the order of Melchizedek. Peace is the crown of Salem. Kindness is the royal robe of Jah kingdom. Quickly and gladly I wither, to give the young fig trees opportunity to fruitfulness. For this is the law of our creation. I'm old and fruitless. I have served in my daylight. Stop marveling at my withering, exclaimed the fig tree. I did not come to destroy, but to amend and tender the fig tree, to be fruitful. I did not come to be served, but to serve in the order of Melchizedek. Peace is the crown of Salem. Kindness is the royal robe of Jah kingdom. O you disciples, weren't you with him? That night in the city, before going out to Bethany, weren't you there when the 5,000 were fed with 5 loaves and 2 fishes? I did not come to destroy, but to amend and tender the fig tree, to be fruitful. I did not come to be served, but to serve in the order of Melchizedek. Peace is the crown of Salem. Kindness is the royal robe of Jah kingdom. 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness with no bread and water, made him stronger yet among the people a day and night. As morning comes, him hungry withers the fig tree. I did not come to destroy, but to amend and tender the fig tree. To be fruitful, I did not come to be served, but to serve in the order of Melchizedek. Peace is the crown of Salem. Kindness is the royal robe of Jah kingdom. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by the utterance of the Most High. O you fool, your soul will be required this night. One love, togetherness, unity, peace, for Jah kingdom is at hand. Jah Rastafari.